Welcome to Strategy Battle Gamers to another GBHL YouTube channel video. You're here with your channel host GBHL James, and I'm actually recording the intro to this Get Buff Bat Rep because unfortunately, I don't know what's happened here, but unfortunately I've actually lost the intro that I filmed with Keiran. So a bit of backstory: Keiran was watching the my all-mounted Rohan taking down Jamie Finnegan's Isengard force the other day, and he decided that because he was up north that he would challenge me to a Get Buff Bat Rep with an Isengard force which has already taken down the all-mounted Rohan at the Mansfield tournament, that first Mansfield tournament I went to, in what was a fantastic game, but it was hold ground. So he has challenged me to a Get Buff Bat Rep, which is, of course is Lords of Battle, 500 points. And unfortunately I can't show the armies either because we've lost that bit of footage, but I'll talk you through it now. So the all-mounted Rohan, as always, is the Knight of the Pelennor. He has with him 3 Sons of Ale, he has 3 Westfold Red Shields with him, and also 2 Rohan Outriders on horses. And then we've also got Erkenbrand, and Erkenbrand has with him 2 Sons of Ale, 1 Royal Guard mounted, 3 Westfold Red Shields and 2 Outriders. In the meantime, Keiran, and I can't go directly into specifics, but you'll be able to see when you actually see the battle report take place. But Keiran brings with him approximately a 3rd shield and sword Urukai. He brings a 3rd pikeman, and he also brings a 3rd crossbows. So it's a pretty solid kind of traditional build, and he likes to play it in a formation. So what he does is he has his crossbows around the outside, and it'll be interesting to see what effect that has on the battle. He has then he has his swords on the flank, and he has all his pikes in the middle, which are protecting a banner and a shaman. He also brings a captain with heavy armor and shield as his leader, and he's also got Brasco in there. So we're going to get stuck in straight away into priority. Rolling for priority, turn 1. Priority Isengard. And here's how it's looking after movement. So as you can see, Keiran kept his very scary formation there intact. Just moved some of his sword and shield guys coming around the back to protect that bit. I know that he likes to fight with all those pikes on the inside. The soft squishy centre. And then he puts his leader and his shaman and his banner out of the way to make it very tough. In the meantime, I've just brought some things around this right flank, just making sure that they're out. These guys are just in range of a few of them on the end, so it's probably beating me in the shooting war there. Same here as well. I think he's got 5, including Brasco in range. And then we've got these guys back around here. So with that, we are going to go into the shooting. So we've tried to take half of, at least, I think I've managed it, half of the crossbows out of shooting range. We've got this one on the end. He will have the inner way for the tower, which is the building. What's that? Is that?
It's a purpose-built fortification as well, isn't it? So
5+. So 5+. He's going to be shooting at the 1 Westfold Red Shield on the end who's in range. So he hasn't moved in his force.
Nope,
Sauron says no. Next up we've got Brasco, who's going to target the next one along because he won't have the 5+ in the way. So he gets 2 shots in force.
3s to hit the Brasco.
3s.
So 1 hit.
So 1 hit. Does it hit the horse or the rider?
It hits
the horse. We had an agreement, Keiran. No foot models. So you need force to kill the horse. Oh, and he kills the horse. So I will do a thrown rider. Actually, I can't use those dice.
The Isengard.
Whoa. Can't use an Isengard dice. Thrown rider. Expert rider. And he's okay. So next up we've got the crossbowman to the left of Brasco, and he's going to be shooting at which one of the 3?
Probably go for the red shield on the left of the dismounted rider.
So on the left, on his left.
My left, your right, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So looking for a 4 to hit, which he gets.
He hits. Did he hit the horse or the rider?
He gets the rider this time.
He gets the rider, so he needs 5s.
And Saruman says no.
Saruman says no, oh dear. Okay, so next up we've got the 3 on the end. The 3 on the end, they're not going to target that group over there, we're actually going to target this group here, prioritising the guys at the front. So they're not moved, so forced to hit.
So that's 2 hits.
2 hits. Do they hit the horses or the riders?
1 of each, unless you're counting that.
Looks cock dice, yeah.
Cock's right, okay.
I'm pretty strict on my cocks.
So yeah. Both riders?
Both riders, so 5+ is to kill them.
And
1 goes down. Oh no! And with that, we're going to go into Rohan shooting. So we've got 2 Outriders, which are going to be the Blue Element Games dice. They have moves, so they need 4s. And we've got the Westfold Red Shield, who needs 5s. We're going to shoot prioritising at the end, moving that way. Okay. So let's see what we get. So we get 1 hit. And he's defense 5.
Defense 5, so looking for 6s.
So we need a 6. And we don't get it. And next up we're going to do exactly the same again with these guys here, the Outriders of the blue dice. So 4s and 5s. Oh, and we hit 3 times that time. So again, just prioritising the front rank guys needing 6s. And we don't get a single one. And with that, we come to the end of the turn. We're going to go into turn 2, priority. And it's priority Isengard. And here's our battlefield after movement. So again, Keiran used his priority, his movement, to formulate this perfect little formation that he likes to do with the pikeman in the centre. He's got 2 of those, always supporting the guys on the floor. Look at his little mischievous face there. So he's just been building that up. In the meantime, I'm not going to win this shooting war at all. So I've pulled out around with these guys. And I'm just making the gun run here with these 3, and I'm just going to try and get around that flank there, and we're going to see if we've got any shooting. Well, I've just had some fantastic news, and that's that the 4 on the end who can see, even though they would have the in the way, are luckily out of range. So I didn't even plan for that. I actually thought that they were in a lot of danger.
No,
so with that,
James has done pretty well there. That comes down to that wall.
It was completely by accident, I assure you. So we are going to roll for turn 3, priority. Again, priority Isengard. And this is the battlefield after movement. So as you can see, lots has changed. Keiran called a heroic march and has brought this nice little regiment right into the middle there. That's given a chance, obviously, for some of my guys to actually come around the flank without fear of being shot. These guys here have moved half so they can get some cheeky shots away. In the meantime, these guys have sort of rushed up again, trying to take advantage of the lack of Urukai shooting. So with that, I am going to go into the Rohan shooting. So we've got the 2 Outriders here that have moved and the Westfold Red Shield, again prioritising the crossbowmen on the end. Blue dice the Outriders. And nothing hits. Looks like it's going to be that kind of game. So with that, let's go for priority. And it's priority Rohan. So after movement, we've had a really interesting thing come up, which is a bit of learning for me as well, which has been pretty good. So I popped it on the Facebook group, and this is allowed. What Keiran has done after I moved in, not a good time really to get priority, I moved in, had to stay just out of range to avoid getting swamped. He's actually laid down these guys behind so that he got 2 ranks of, well, so he's basically got this rank here, who wouldn't normally have been able to fire, can now actually fire through, which is brilliant. Good tic-tacs. Okay. But it's made up.
It comes down to line of sight. As far as we're at the moment, if you've got a clear line of sight and the guys on the floor aren't getting in the way of the line of sight at the front rank, they should be able to fire.
Yeah, which is these 3 and then obviously that one there.
I think in this particular situation, what's helping is, of course, the riders are higher up on their horses, so they've got a bigger profile to hit as well. Yeah, really interesting. So this is the shot that I was worried about. 2 Sons of Ale in the background. We've got 4 shots on them. The 4 shots need 4s. 3 hit.
3 hit. God damn it! Okay, do they hit the horses or the riders? Don't you be killing my horses. That's a horse, and a perfectly cocked dice. And that's a horse.
3 horses.
3 horses. So you need 5s to kill the horses.
Defense. Oh, armoured horses, aren't they?
Armoured horses.
Both.
Both horses go down! You've got to be joking me. Right, so, prone riders, and they're both alright. So, with that, we're going to go into the rest of his shooting. So, you've got Vrasku and the one to his right, and then you've got the 3 here.
Sure. So, Vrasku and the one to his right are going to go through the watchtower at the Sons of Ale.
Okay. So, no, you're not. You're going to roll ones. So, says no.
He does for Vrasku.
Yes, he does. Okay, so you got the 5+ in the way for the fortification,
which hits the tower.
Good. So next up, you've got the 3 shots on the end.
Yeah. So
these 3 have decided not to try and shoot through the fortification at the impending doom. They're actually going to shoot at the Outriders. So they need 4s. 1 hits.
Horse or rider.
Horse or rider.
Hits rider.
Hits the rider, and you will still need 4+.
No.
And luckily the Outriders survive. And with that, that ends the turn. We're going to go into the next turn priority. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. I lost priority just at the right moment. Good stuff. Wow, this is our battlefield. So luckily, Keiran got priority, which means that he just shuffled his formation, got everything nice and blocky, made sure everything was where he wanted it. And in the meantime, I got the charge off. So I have got the charge off, but some of his crossbowmen haven't moved. Tried to move up as much ready for the next turn as I possibly could. With that, we're going to go into shooting. So at the starting shooting phase, Vrasku is using his final point, or has he got 3?
He's got 3 in total, so this is the second.
Second point of might to call a heroic accuracy, which allows you to re-roll inner ways.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you going to be shooting?
I'm going to start with 1, 2, 3.
We're going to work along the line.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's going to be quite a few inner ways. We're going to work that out now, and then we'll start doing the shoot. So first up, we've got the 2 on the end there are going to be firing at the 2 riders at the front. So they need 4s to hit.
1 does.
1 hits. So does it get past the watchtower?
It does.
It does. Does it hit? Is this at the outrider or outrider or Westfold Red Shield?
We'll say it's at the outrider.
Outrider. Okay.
So 1, 2, 3 to hit the horse. 4, 5, 6 to hit the rider. So it hits the rider.
It's the rider, and you need 4s to kill the rider.
No.
And you don't get it. Next up, we've got the crossbowman behind, who's going to do exactly the same. He's going to be shooting at the outrider, so 4s to hit.
He hits.
He hits. Does he get past the
Urukai in front of him? Not this one, but this one, because he's not in base contact with him.
No, he hits him.
To re-roll it.
He gets to re-roll it.
Still hits him.
Still hits him, so he needs
5 to kill.
Cocked. Oh, it's cocked! No! He doesn't kill him. That would have made my day. So we've got the next 2 along. They're going to be firing at these 2 again, prioritising the outrider, so 4s to hit. 1 hits. Okay. Does it get past the watchtower?
No.
He gets to re-roll it. He gets past horse or rider.
It's the rider.
Rider needing 4+.
Oh
yes! I'm thinking, you know, is this going to be the best heroic accuracy ever? I mean, we don't see these very much. So next up we've got Vrasku.
Vrasku is going to try and shoot this son of Ale out of the combat.
Wow, right, okay, so
that's going to be 1 in the way and then the combat.
1 in the way and then who it hits in the combat. So 2. 1 hits.
Do they get past the
he's got 3+, yeah.
Yeah.
So do they get past the Urukai in front?
Both hit him.
Both hit him, but you do get to re-roll. Failed in the way rolls. Was it 1? Or?
I think it's all in the way rolls, but I could be wrong.
Okay, let's have a look.
So 1 and 1.
1 hit, 1 gets through. Okay, so we'll do the one that gets... Should we see what happens to the Urukai first?
So the 1 on the Urukai.
Come on! No! Okay, now who do you hit in the combat? Do you hit the Son of Ale or do you hit the crossbowman? You hit the Sons of Ale. Are you going to get his horse or are you going to get the rider? Your face when you're rolling these dice. You get the rider. So you need 5s to kill the rider. Thank goodness for that.
Everything except the last dice.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You've got 1 more crossbow shot. You've got the guy who
Vrasku just tried to take out.
Yep.
And he's going to go for the same into that combat.
Into that combat. Does he hit? Cock dice. This is quite tense. No, he doesn't do it. So with that, we are going to go into the combat phase. So we're on to the combat phase. Let's start the combat phase. AMO would like to call a heroic combat. So we have got AMO here, and we've also got a piercing, striking Son of Ale versus a crossbowman on his own. Let's see what happens. I don't actually get 6. If you get 6, this could be quite worrying. No! I've got to use another might point. This is reminding me of horrible times. Okay, so I have to use the second might point there. I don't have to, but I'm going to. God damn it, Keiran. So he's knocked down. So I'm going to start off. The piercing strike goes up by. So he's now strength 7. So just with the Son of Ale first of all. The Son of Ale needing 5.
Gets 1.
God, gets
we'll
1.
try a Fury save. No.
So luckily he dies, and I'll continue the rest of my heroic combat. Unbelievable! I'm very worried because this is reminding me of the last game that I played against this army at Hold Ground. The exact same thing happened to Ale the Young.
Yeah.
And then he didn't win a combat.
No, he had to use 2 might points on his first combat. Didn't get his legendary hero on neither of them. Or
no, didn't get him. Didn't get anything. He flopped the whole game. So Aemma, Knight and Pelennor do not let me down. So the Son of Ale went off and charged that lone crossbowman there because, of course, everything else is supported. And I don't want that situation. So we might as well go on to that first. We've got the we've got the piercing striking Son of Ale against the Uruk-hai crossbowman. So you've got your 1 dice. You get a 2. And we get 4. So we take it. So the piercing strike goes up to. So he goes up by 2. So he's now strength 6. So I will need 5. So you strength.
He's defense 5 and you're strength 7 now, are you?
Strength 6 now.
Strength 6 now. So
4s. So 4s. So that's
just the 1.
2.
Up 2. Try a double fury. No.
And luckily he dies. Next up we've got this piercing striking Son of Ale charging in on that crossbowman. So what does the crossbowman get? It's a 3. And we get a 6. Good stuff. So we go up by strength again 2, so we'll need 4s. So hopefully we get all 4s and he can't roll as many 6s as what we got. Just 1 cocked dice, 1 cocked. So 1. So he's got 1 to make. If he rolls a 6, he saves him. No way. So luckily he is knocked to the ground, which is a good thing. I am trying to think of happy thoughts. I am. Okay, so we've got piercing striking Westfold Red Shield and a piercing striking Son of Ale versus the. Is he going to shield?
I think it'd be a good idea to.
So he's going to shield. So he's going to shield. So we've got 2 shielding dice from the Uruk-hai. You get a 6. And we get a 6. Okay, so it's a roll off. Now it was your priority. So on a 1 to 3 it goes to the Uruk-hai. On a 4 to 6 it goes to Rohan. Oh, it goes to Rohan. So the piercing strike of the Westfold Red Shield goes up to. So he's now strength 6, and you are defense 6.
Yes, that's right. So 4s.
So he needs 4s off these dice. And he gets 2.
Try 2 fury.
2 fury from him. Oh,
gets 1, but not the other.
So he dies, and the Westfold Red Shield does his job. So finally, we're going to the Aemma combat. Next up we've got Aemma, Knight of the Pelennor against 5 because of the pikes. But I am hoping that we do get the 6 that we need. So, do the damage that you need to do. Let's see what you've...
Come on, Uruk-hai.
No 6s.
Ooh,
oh,
5
highest now. No pressure.
Ooh.
Oh, and we get the 5, so luckily we don't have to use our final point of might. So the guys at the front are knocked down. So Aemma is strength 5 on the charge, so he needs 4. So on the first guy, that's 1 on the first guy.
No fury.
Nope. And then on the next guy, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that you need to save. So 5 6s, and this would be the most legendary save ever.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't a bad effort. 2 5s, 2 6s. So he goes down, and with that, wow, that's the end of the turn.
Good turn, yeah.
That's a pretty crazy turn in lots of ways. Shooting, movement, all sorts. So with that, we're going to go into priority. Priority goes to Isengard. So with Isengard getting priority, Aemma has used his last point of might to score a heroic move, which has been countered with Vrasku's last point of might. So it was Keiran's priority. 1, 2, 3. It goes to Isengard on a 4 to 6. It goes to Rohan. Oh no! It goes to Isengard. And this house looking after both our movements. So of course, having won the roll-off, Vrasku moved in with all of his support there. The Son of Ale over there was mobbed. A couple over here were assailed. But we have managed to get in a bit of a counter-charge. So with that, I don't think there is any shooting.
Not that I can see.
No, I think everything's engaged. So with that, we are going to go into the combat phase. So at the start of the combat phase, Erkenbrand decides to call a heroic combat, which has been countered by the Uruk-hai captain versus the Son of Ale. So we need to roll off first of all. It was your priority on a 1 to 3. This goes to Isengard.
Goes to Rohan.
But it goes to Rohan. So it's Erkenbrand first of all. We've got the shielding Uruk-hai against 2 piercing striking Rohan and Erkenbrand. So let's see what you get. And he gets a 3 highest, and we get about 26s. Okay, so the piercing strike of the first one goes up to, he goes up by 2, so he's now strength 5, so he needs 5s off these 4 dice. So 5s off these 4 dice. He gets 1. You do your Fury roll for that one.
Oh, close but
not there. So with that, we're going to continue the heroic combat. So that's how it looks after Oakenbad's heroic combat. He then charged the crossbowman and the pikeman there, just allowed this guy to charge one of the supports who was in on this Son of Ale. Couldn't quite get in on both of them, that's what I wanted really. And then this rider has charged in on that Uruk-hai there. So with that, we're going to go into the Uruk-hai captain. So it's the Uruk-hai captain and 1 against the Son of Ale. The Son of Ale didn't charge in this one, did he?
No.
No. So this is you. So you've got your 3 dice.
3 dice in total. Orange dice is going to be captain, and the Uruk-hai is going to try and faint.
So here we go. We've got 3 ones coming up.
5 highest.
He gets 5 highest. So we want to make him use a point of might, and we don't. So you are strength 5 with the captain. I'm guessing you want to do the fainting dice first. So what the fainting dice first will need 5s, re-rolling 1s.
Your defense. Oh,
6.
So it's 5 the other way. So re-rolls the 1s. And gets the 5.
And he gets him without even the captain. So another Son of Ale bites the dust. So we're going to start off here. We've got the Son of Ale versus the Uruk-hai there. You going to shield or anything?
Fighting normally for present.
So he's going to fight normally, and I'm going to fight normally as well. So let's see what we get. We get 5 highest, and we get you. So I need 5s to kill you. Oh, and we don't get it. So he just gets moved back. With that, we're going to go into the next one-on-one. So same again, I presume?
Yep.
So here we go. Oh, and we both get a 6. So it's your priority. On a 1 to 3, goes to you. But on that, it goes to me. So we need 5s to kill him. That's definitely cocked, even though I'd love to take that 5. No, and we don't get him. I need to stop chucking the dice into the models. Okay, so next up we've actually got the 2 on the 2 here. I'm going to piercing strike.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to piercing strike, so I'm not going to piercing strike here.
Okay. I'm going to feint with one of the 2 Uruk-hai.
So you're fainting with one of the 2 Uruk-hai. So let's have a little look. Double 6s. We get double 4, so it goes to you. So
again, we'll do the trick.
You need 5s. Re-rolling which dice?
Re-rolling the black Isengard dice.
Black Isengard dice, re-rolling the 1s.
Cocked.
And you kill him. You kill him anyway with that 5. So that Westfold Red Shield bites the dust. So next up we've got the piercing strike in Westfold Red Shield against the Uruk-hai captain. I get a 6, and you get a 6. You take it. So we go down by defence. We go down by 2, so you will need 4 still.
Go for 4s. And gets it.
And you double kill him. So that's another Westfold Red Shield down. Woo. Next up we've got charging Oakenbrand on 2. There's a pikeman and a crossbowman.
Okay, so that Son of Ale's just fighting that one. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's up to you who you want to support who.
Sure.
So do you want these guys? Where do you want
we'll do 2 on 2, and then so front guy and a pike on this one, and then we'll throw the rest on that one.
Okay, so we've got the front guy and the pike on that one.
Okay, I haven't got any swords or anything there, so just fighting normally, nothing special.
Okie dokie, let's see what happens.
3 highest.
Good
Very easily takes it.
So knocked down, so needing, you're defense 5 aren't you? So you need 5s.
Does it once.
That's once.
Trying Fury.
It saves it. And see if you can save it.
More.
2 more. Can you get double 6s?
No.
That would have been one of the most amazing things to see. So a pikeman goes down. So next up, we've got the Son of Ale versus 2 crossbowmen and 1 pikeman. So Son of Ale got charged, yeah. I am going to piercing strike here.
Okay.
You get 6. And we only get 5. So we go down to defence. Go down by 1. So we're now defence 5.
Okay, so still needing 5s.
Still needing 5s.
And we go.
And you do get him. So that's another Son of Ale down. That's very costly. So next up we've got Pikeman and Shaman against a charging Royal Guard. Let's see what happens. We get a 4. And you get a 5. Oh, sugar. So I do believe I'm trapped there. So you get double dice.
Right, first ones.
Nope. And then the second lot. Yeah.
Very unlucky you got trapped there.
And with that, a Royal Guard bites the dust. It's not looking good. Currently, Rohan are just in the lead, but my points is much more expensive when I lose things. So next up, we're going to go for the charging Westfold Red Shield here. And he is going to Piercing Strike.
Okay.
Okay, so you've got your 1 dice. Are you shielding?
I'm going to shield, I think.
Are you shielding? Get a 5. We get a 5, so it's a roll off. So on a 1 to 3 it goes to you, 4 to 6 to me.
Goes to Isengard.
It goes to Isengard, so I get pushed back.
But no damage.
So next up we've got AMR, or should we save that fight to last? Save that fight to last. Next up we've got the Son of Ale. The Son of Ale here didn't charge. You charged me, didn't you? So you've got 4 dice in this.
Alright, sir.
With that, I will might as well Piercing Strike, so imagine you get in 4s if you win anyway.
Only 5?
So you get 5 highest. And I get a 5, so it's another roll off. It's another roll off. Okay, so on 1 to 3 it's you.
No, it goes to Rohan.
This time it goes to Rohan. So with the Piercing Strike I go up by 1, so I'm strength 5. So I'm going to go for first strike on the crossbowman. No. So crossbowman lifts. And finally, we're going to go for the AMR combat. Next up, we've got Knight of the Pelennor versus Vrasku, and he's got a crossbowman in contact and 2 pikemen as well. So, let's see what happens here.
Okay. So, orange dice of Vrasku, black dice of the Urukai.
Okay, let's have a little look.
Ooh,
that's a terrible, terrible roll.
But this is why we bring along a banner.
But
actually, I should say
you see what I do? I get a 6.
Right, so it's all on the banner, trying to equal that fight. Should Knight of the Pelennor have a higher fight value than 5, do you reckon?
Yep, should have a 586.
No, goes to AMR.
But he doesn't need it. Okay, so he didn't charge, so he's not strength. He's not strength 5, he's strength 4. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go for okie dokie. So I'm actually going to prioritise Vrasku and then the crossbowman. Okay, so I need 5s all round. Oh, we get 2. So. First off, is this the Fury save?
Yeah, regular Fury.
Regular Fury.
Gets 1.
So he saves 1. So this is normal fate now.
Yeah, going for a fate point. Fails that.
And he fails that.
So he takes a wound.
Vrasku takes a wound. Wow. So that is the end of those combats. We're going to go into the next turn. Priority
goes to Rohan.
Goes to Rohan. So with Rohan getting priority, Keiran has decided to call a heroic move with his shaman, and I'm going to counter with Erkenbrand, which means after this both of us will only have 1 might point left. That's with his captain, and Erkenbrand will still have a point of might. So it was my priority. On a 1 to 3 this goes to Isengard, and on 4 to 6 to Rohan, and it goes to Isengard. Deary me. So here's the battlefield after the heroic move from Keiran and then the normal moves. So with his heroic moves, obviously he charged in on everything that he possibly could. I've had to throw in my Outriders to try and hopefully do a little bit of damage this turn, and 1 Westfold Red Shield managed to get in there as well. So with that, we are going to go into the combats. And we're going to start off with this combat over here. I did have priority, there were no heroics called. It's the 3 charging Outriders, all of which are going to faint. Yeah, a lot of fight value. Right, only fight 3. So you've got, you got a shield?
Nah, he's going to go for glory.
He's going for glory. We get a 6.
Lost it.
So we get the 6. So we'll start off with first Outrider. They're strength 3, so they need 6s. Who's defense 6? So 6s re-rolling 1s. Nothing on that batch.
2 there.
2 there.
Probably outside of Fury range because he was out of the range of the heroic action.
He was out of range of the heroic action.
So yeah, no Fury for that.
So another Urukai goes down. And next up we got the Son of Ale versus the Eagle Shield.
Not at the moment,
no. No, he's not going to shield. So yeah, we've got the 2 on 1. Gets a 5, it's good. Oh, we get a 4. So we move back, and you will need a 5 to kill him.
Which he doesn't get.
Doesn't get, thank goodness for that. So next up we've got the Son of Ale here. This Son of Ale is just going to fight normally.
Okay. 2 Urukai, 1 of whom will faint.
Yep. Oh, we get 2 and a 1. You get 2 and a 1. Unbelievable. So with that, it's a roll off. On a 1 to 3, it goes to Keiran. It does. Yeah, I think we've got a few of these. We've got a few of these. So, not trapped, but you need 5s off your 2 done. Re-rolling ones on the orange?
The orange Sauron dice, yeah. That's
orange Sauron dice,
just in regards to roll-offs, that's nothing unusual for you, though, eh? You should be used to it by now.
So rubbing it. To be fair, I've had a fair bit of luck for a while, I think. So, yes, he survives, which is good. I'm happy with that. Next up, we've got the Son of Ale here versus the 3 Urukai. So, you charged me, didn't you? So, let's see what happens. I only get a 3. You get a 4, so you take that. So, you've got 3 dice, and you will need 5s.
Yeah. And they get it.
And you get in with a 1. So, that's the Son of Ale down. That's a big loss. So it's at this kind of point, usually with the cavalry, where this is where you start to collapse a little bit. Okay, so it really is down to how I get on now and priority, really. Okay, so next up we're going to go for Aoma. Okay, so it's Aoma on 6, is it?
Rescue and 4 Urukai, I think.
Rescue and 4 Urukai. So... Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, I've got a 3 highest.
That's cool. I won't roll higher than a 2.
Yes, you will.
Okay, maybe I will.
Yes, you'll get plenty of 6s in there. So, where are you going to start?
I'll start off with the basic Urukai, just striking at Aoma. I think we need 6s overall, don't we?
Yeah, he's defense 7, so you need 6s.
So
you get 1.
And then we'll try Rescue.
So Rescue
strength 5, but defense 7, so 6s again.
5s?
5s.
5s, okay. You need 5s. I got this wrong in the Jamie Finnegan one.
Oh my god.
And you get double 5s, that's beautiful. Okay, so my 3 fate. And I only passed 1 of them. So with that, Aoma takes 2 wounds. Next up, we've got the charging Westfold Red Shield against the 2 Urukai here. I'm going to Piercing Strike.
Okay. The front one is going to faint.
Okie dokie, so let's see what happens. You get a 5, I get a 6.
Rohan, take it.
So I did charge him with this one.
Yep.
Okay, so I go up by 1, so I'm strength 4 now, which means that I'll need 5s. And we get 1.
1.
So if you roll a 6.
Fury? No.
No, and luckily he goes down. So little things like that make a big difference. Next up we've got the Westfold Red Shield against, we've got a crossbowman and 1 support.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so you charge me. I'm going to Piercing Strike.
Okay, I'm just fighting normally.
I got a 1.
5.
I got a 1! Not as you say, I got cheating element games dice. Where have you been? Okay, so I go down to defense. I go down by 1, so I'm defense 4, which means you'll need 4s.
Yeah, 4s. And nothing.
Nothing. Thank goodness for that. So next up we've got the Fainting Outrider who's charged in on that 1 crossbow there. So, what are you going to get?
Just, well, bolting, because there's no other action crossbow you can take.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a 1.
And we get a 6. So he's knocked down.
Yeah.
You are defense 5, so we need 5s, re-rolling 1s.
That's 1 so far, a cocked dice and a 1.
Cocked dice and a 1, so we re-roll these 2. So that's 2. So double 6s will save him.
Yep.
Oh. And that crossbowman goes down. So Keiran just worked it out, it's currently 13-12 to Rohan, but it really is a game of roll-offs and priorities, so we'll have to see what happens next. So finally, for this round, we've got Erkenbrand against the captain and his 2 supporters there. So you have 4 dice.
Yeah.
I have 2.
The orange dice are the captain.
Let's see what we get. We get a 6 and you get a 6.
So it's a Rohan roll.
I'm going to win it. Yes, I'm doing it! You've just got to be confident. That's the rule. You can't doubt. Keiran makes me doubt myself. That's what it is. That's why he's got a good record against me.
How can I be worse than Jamie?
Right, so yeah, I need 5s to kill this. Yeah, that's what. I'm going to get double 5 and you're going to fail your fate roll.
Yep.
And all of his fate rolls.
4, aren't you?
I'm strength 4.
Captain's defense 7, so it needs 6s.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 6s. 6s. Your defense 7. No. Do I use that point of might? No, I don't, because it's so important. It's so important. So no, I'm not going to use that point of might now. You are not knocked down, but you are moved back. So with that, we're going to roll for what is very, very crucial, because if this goes against Rohan now, you will see what happens to Rohan when it collapses. So here we go. You've got to be joking me! Keiran! It's alright, Element Games dice. Oh no, well, I'm calling a heroic move with
Erkenbrand, final point of might's counter with the captain.
Right, okay, so the points of might are gone. The points of might are gone. Here we go. It's my turn again. This will balance it out. 4 to 6 goes to Rohan.
3 to equal.
It goes to Rohan! That was very important. We're going to come back in a minute. Oh my eyes, this is how it's looking. So Erkenbrand, it was his heroic move. He managed to get all these guys and AMO over there into charging. As you can see, he charged 2. We used an outrider to pin up the captain. We managed to finally get that Westfold Red Shield in on the 2 pikemen there, and we charged that one over there as well. This Westfold Red Shield charged Rescue and a pikeman, so fingers crossed there. And we've also got AMO charging 2. We've got this outrider. These 2 outriders have actually been charged by the Urukai, and then we've also got what's going on down here. With that, we're going to go into the combat phase. So we're going to start down here. We have got the Son of Ale, who is going to go for it. He's going to piercing strike.
Okay. The Urukai is going to fight normally.
He's going to fight normally.
Yes,
You get the 6, so we go down to... We go down by 1, so you still need 5s.
5s. Doesn't do it.
It doesn't do it. That's good news. And he moves back there. Next up, we've got the 2 Urukai against a shielding Son of Ale.
Have you got...
He gets a 4.
Going to feint anyone? Gets the 6.
And he gets a 6. Wow, good rolling from Keiran. So, you will need 5s.
And gets 1.
And he gets it. So that Son of Ale on foot goes down. So we're going to save the hero fights. Currently, it's 13 each. It's very close. It couldn't be closer, because it's one of those. If it swings, it swings. So we're going to have a shielding.
Warrior of Rohan? Or dismounted rider?
Yeah.
So Westfold Red Shield and put against 2 pikes.
2 pikes. 2 on 2. You get 3 dice.
And the rider
We take that. The rider takes it, so the 2 pikemen are knocked back. Good stuff. Next up, we're going to go for the charging and piercing striking Westfold Red Shield against the crossbowman. We get a 6. Your banner, is it in range?
Yeah, I imagine it would be. Let's have a quick measure. Yeah.
So banner's in range, so you get a 6, you're okay. Ooh, close. So you are knocked down. Piercing strike goes up by 3, so now strength 6. So I need 4s on these 4 dice. And we get 2. So double 6s will save him.
Oh, nearly.
What's that all about, Keiran, with that rolling scaring me like that? And that takes it to 14-13 to Rohan. Next up, we've got the feinting charging outrider against the 2 pikemen. We get a 6. You've got another dice? No.
Both fail. Gonna have to try the banner.
So he tries the banner. No, he gets the 5. So the outrider knocks them both down. So we did feint. So with that, we need your defense 5. So we need 5s, re-rolling 1s. And we get 2 5s. So do they both die?
No,
they both die. So the outrider does his job. Wow, that was
a bit of a lead on that.
Very important. Very important. It's now 15-13. Is that right? Or did I take the lead before? 16-13, I think.
Oh, actually, that's
next up, we've got the feinting outrider, who didn't charge. He got charged versus the Uruk pikeman. What can happen here? Oh, I take it with a 3.
No banner in range.
There's no banner in range. So a 5 will kill him. These kind of rolls are very important now because everything is force multiplied. Oh, it's cocked. It's cocked. Oh, no. So he backs away. So, as we go into the next combat, which is a fainting outrider against the pikeman, Keiran is 2 away from breaking, and I am 3 away from breaking. This is important. Not that it matters too much, really. You've got Fury now. Don't try and lull me into a false sense of security, telling me that you're nearly broken. Okay, here we go. So, what do we get? The worst rolling from both of us ever. Okay, so you will need a 4+ to kill the outrider.
Oh,
And you get a 3. And the outrider lives, and these moments are all important. So we're going on to the heroes. We have got Vrasku and Pikeman versus a piercing, striking, charging Westfall Red Shield. So, you can use Vrasku.
yeah. Is there anyone else in combat?
You've got, he charged 2 of them, didn't he? It's him here as well.
Right, so Vrasku and a pikeman then?
Vrasku and Pikeman.
Get the 6.
You get the 6, so you take it. So I go down to defence. I go down by 2. So Vrasku will need 3s.
Right. And you get a 6 anyway.
Wow. So he is taken down. Wow. Next up, it's charging Erkenbrand versus 2.
Okay.
What can happen here?
I'm going to throw the Shaman, who's in base contact with that opponent.
Wait, Shaman's in as well. So let's see what happens. Oh, you get 2 6s, I get 5 highest, so we don't actually get that. So we move an inch away.
Okay.
So you're going for
6s all across the board to do anything.
6s?
No.
Nothing there, so Erkenbrand survives. Next up, we've got the charging outrider against the captain. I'm fainting, of course. It's 2 on 2. We get a 6, but you get a 6. Good rolling, Keiran, so you take that. So you will need 4s to kill him. And you do take him down, so that's an outrider down. So I believe that is me nearly broken.
I think I'm 1 away.
I think I'm 1 away now. So 1 away from breaking. Final combat here. We have got Aemma, Knight of the Pelennor, who did charge in. He's got his 4 dice versus the 2 crossbowmen. What can happen here? You get a 6. I luckily have 1 cocked dice. Aemma, Knight of the Pelennor has not been doing it for me. You've got a curse on my leaders, I think. No! So he doesn't do it, and I think that's probably the end. So he moves back.
Well,
so you need 6s.
6s.
And get a single 6, you kill him. Oh my days! And Keiran kills Knight of the Pelennor, and with that, he also breaks me. So we are about to witness the collapse of Rohan as we go into the next turn, and its priority goes to Rohan. It's important that Erkenbrand here passes his courage test, because then everybody's okay. Obviously, we've got Vanguard special rule over there. So let's see exactly what happens here. Does he pass it? And he does, which means that everybody here is okay. So here's how it is looking. This is how it is looking. So I did get priority, luckily, and Erkenbrand passed his courage test. So we are going to go into the combats now. We did manage to get quite a few charges off. So we are going to start off with the outrider over there who charged. He is fainting against the crossbowman and the spearman. The pikeman even. We get a 6. You get a 6 as well. So roll off on a 1 to 3. It goes to you. 4 to 6. It goes to me. It goes to me. So you are knocked down. Prioritising the pikeman. First 2 sets of strikes, needing 5s, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll that 1. Yeah, so that's 1. Here. Nope. And 5s re-rolling 1s on the crossbowman. Yeah, both 2.
Double fury.
Double fury.
Oh, again, nearly.
You've had some good rolling in this game, but luckily he takes him down. Good work, Mr. Outrider. So it is now 18-16 to Rohan, and Isengard are broken. Not too much of a problem with the Fury there. We've not touched that Shaman yet. So next up we're going to go for this piercing, striking, charging Westfall Red Shield against the 2 pikemen. Let's see what happens.
Get double 3.
We got double 1s. So with the double 1s, sorry, I'll go down to defence. Wow, you need 3s. No, you need 4s, sorry. And yeah,
guess
you go. So that Westfold Red Shield bites the dust, and that brings it to 1817. Wow, I'm going to go into the next combat now. We'll do it straight away. It's this Outrider versus the Banner and the, what should we call him?
Shaman and 1 shield.
So I'm fainting, of course.
Okay. Banner is the orange dice.
Let's have a little look. We get 2s.
Get a 6.
And you get it with a 6 anyway. Okay, so we move back. And you will need 4s.
4s with a -1 to the orange.
-1 to the orange. But you get him anyway with this one here. So the Outrider goes down, and that brings it back
to dead even 1818.
So it's 1818. It isn't looking good for the Rohan, but maybe not too many press ups. So next up, we're going to go for the Son of Ale versus the thingamajig, Uruk-hai Shieldman. We get a 6, and the Outbanner. So I didn't piercing strike then, did I? No. So I need 5s, and we get it.
Okay. Trying Fury. Oh, you've got 2 there.
And he dies. He goes down. So it's currently 1918 to the Rohan. You know what I'm going to do? If I stay in the lead, I'm just going to run away for the rest of the game. We'll call time. Next up, we
don't even have any crossbows left. Like 1.
Only a couple. Next up, we've got the what do you call it? Yeah, that's a good point actually. Kill those crossbows and then run away.
Okay. So
this is genius. Thank you.
Last rider here. Oh, well, it's both hero fights actually. Vrasku and Erkenbrand.
So we'll go for a Vrasku and a crossbowman and a pikeman and another pikeman against a fainting, charging Outrider. Outrider will set the bar with a 6. So you do need a 6.
Can they get it?
Well, you're rolling today, yes. So you do get it. So I am trapped. So maybe start off with 2 strikes from pikeman. Yeah, like that. So these guys need 4s.
Okay, so going for the pikes first.
Yeah, and they kill him straight away. And that brings it back level, is it?
1919.
1919. Wow. So next up, we're going to go into the. What the hell? He's going to piercing strike. He's going for it. Piercing striking on the floor. He's going to set the bar high. He gets a 6. Oh no, you're joking. Come on, Keiran.
So, same fight value? Rohan randomizer?
That's your captain, isn't it?
Oh, yes, sorry.
I got down by 1.
Right, Rohan to win then. Needs 5s, isn't it?
No, you need 4s. 4s. Yeah,
yes, 6 anyway.
So Keiran takes the lead.
2019.
However, this is where Erkenbrand does it. We win priority and we run away. He's going to kill all 3. Okay, so you did charge. I'm guessing you're fainting with all of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we get it. We get it with a 5. So you are knocked down.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need 5s. So first lot of 5s. Nope. Next lot of 5s. Nope. Final lot of 5s. Come on. No! You've got to be kidding me. Erkenbrand does not do his job, and I remain behind Keiran. With that, we're going to go into next turn priority. And it was me last time, so it's Kieran's priority. And it comes towards the end now. We got completely carried away there. I am now down to a quarter because that was. Oh no, it's 1 on a 2.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay, so that's actually at the end of this next turn.
Yes.
After the condition has been met. So at the end of this turn we will roll. Well, that's after breaking, isn't it? So we should have done that. We should do this now.
This is the first turn to see if the game ends.
So do you want to roll to see if the game ends?
Sure.
With a 1-point victory to you?
Well, Sauron says. No.
Sauron says let it continue. So to give you an idea of the kind of player that Keiran is, he just won priority. Now he's making sure he takes down that Outrider. But he's actually gone for single combat here. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. But he's going for it, and obviously we've got the 2 here. There's not going to be any shooting. Let's start off with what could be the inevitable there. A fainting Outrider who hasn't charged. Okay. Sets the bar high. But you've got 6 dice.
Yeah.
And you've been rolling 6s very well today.
Hey, there's always a chance.
Apart from when it's a roll off, of course.
Orange dice of Vrasku gets the 6.
Damn it. So, let's see. Do you kill him? You need 4s across the board. Yeah, you kill him thrice over. So the Outrider goes down, and that puts you 2 in the lead. It's now 20 to 18. 20 to 18. So next up we have got the epic combat. Oh no, we're not. No, we've not. We've got the Son of Ale versus the 2 here. Now watch him take them both down.
If he does, he draws it again on his own.
He's going to piercing strike. No, he's not going to piercing strike. He's not going to piercing strike.
Right, okay. 5 highest.
But what's this? Oh, you're joking me. Element gains dice, you failed me at the wrong time. Okay, so he didn't piercing strike, so you need 5s. That's a cock dice. No. So, he moves back, he survives. He lives to fight another day. Now we go into the combat. It's 2 on 2. 2 on 2.
No might left on the table.
No might left on the table. I'm taking one of each dice because element gains dice have failed me today.
Same here for Sauron and Sauron.
You drop 1, 2, 3, drop them. We both get 6s and 5s. So it's the mighty roll off, which is what this game has been about mostly, I have to say. It's been both, not really made many mistakes, have we? It was your priority. 1 to 3 Isengard.
4, 5, 6 Rohan.
It's Rohan! It's Rohan! Oh my god, it's Rohan! And your captain's down his fate as well, isn't he?
No, he's fresh for fate, but it does mean that if Erkenbrand wounds with both dice, you tie the game.
Here we go, Erkenbrand. You've got a lot to do here. Tie the game, and then run away, and yeah, okay, so we need 6s. Oh my eyes! Oh my eyes! Oh my eyes!
Just one chance to stop that, and that is, of course, the Double Fury. No! So, does the captain die? Needs to use his fate point?
Yes, he does! He dies! He dies! He died! Oh, I've not got this excited in a game for a long time. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That has made my day.
And that actually...
I go in the lead.
Yeah, that puts you 1 point in the lead.
Do you know what happens now? Son of Ale dies, no problem, but then Erkenbrand runs for the rest of the game. And I win. Well, of course it depends on priority. We don't want that to happen. Well, first of all, we need to roll to see if the game ends. If the game ends now, I win.
It does indeed.
So, my turn.
Full highness for that single combat, yep.
It's not +1 to the dice result, is it?
Not that I know of, but let's have a look.
That's 40k, I'm only joking. It is 40k, isn't it, that does that?
Starting to sweat now with that threat.
Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't have done that. And let's give Keiran a big thumbs up for providing that clip of drama. So, priority. Who's it go to? It goes to the Rohan. It goes to Rohan. Do we run away and be an absolute... No, because Keiran did that. There's no way I could do that to you. So, wow. So, we didn't run away. What we did was, we chucked... In fact, I forgot to do his courage test. Yeah, he's right. Sorry about that. So, yeah. So, he charged in, and the idea is, got to get that shaman out, because you just being able to keep on going, you know...
I'll never fail a courage test as long as it's up.
No, so that's my goal here. And I've got that point of might back, so we know what's coming.
Yeah.
You know, and in the meantime here we've got 4 on the Son of Ale as well. However, Keiran has left the crossbowman back, because I know what he's going to do. He's going to try and shoot at Erkenbrand's horse, is that right? You've got a couple of in the ways there.
Just a couple.
Okay, so he's shooting.
So need a 4 to hit. No.
You're devastated. You love moments like that. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We've got the Son of Ale. The Son of Ale versus 3. The Son of Ale is going to shield.
Okay.
And 2 of yours will fade, of course. 3 of yours will fade.
Yeah, fade 3. So the 3 black dice.
We give you a 6 to go for, but you get 3 highest. I should have 4. I should have 4. So you get backed away. Because it's all about this bit, sorry, at the start of the combat phase when I said we know what's coming, heroic striking is coming.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. So we've got the heroic strike here. Of course, he immediately goes higher. So the key thing here is, what are you going to set me to get? What are you going to set me? Right. If I get a 5 now, highest, when I roll the dice, I'll be very upset. Because that's the predicament.
We'll start off with Vrasku, and the black dice being the Shaman. And they set the board high at a 6.
Keiran! Here we go. So, a 6 will win it for us. No, I got a 5! God damn it, you're joking! Oakenbrad is going down. Oh, so, here we go. Should we start off with Vrasku? Let's see if Vrasku can do it. So Vrasku's got his 4, because Oakenbrad is trapped.
I thought we agreed he couldn't have been, the way we charged it.
Sorry?
You know when we set it up,
yeah.
The way you positioned that Son of Ale, I thought was so that he couldn't be trapped.
That is what I was doing, so yeah. Go for it.
Okay, well, normal strikes then first. So, going with Vrasku.
Needing 5s.
Double 5.
So, if I fail my fate roll, he's dead. He passes it, but he's down to 1 wound.
Going for the Shaman.
Shaman needs, what strength is
regular strength, so
he's strength 4.
So needs 6, so either way.
No.
And then that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Urukai. And then the banner.
So 6 Urukai and a banner. Meaning 6s. So the 6 is going to come from the orange dice.
Yeah, -1 because he needs -1. So 6 will become 5. So it's just the Urukai.
Okay. And they take him down. And he goes down. And I think, well, we've got to, you can get more on me here. So that's 3 back to you, which puts it back to, we'll count it up in a second. First of all, we're going to see if the game ends. Does the game end? It continues. Priority. It goes to Keiran. So he's going to move everything in now. So it's currently 23-22 to Keiran. It's 22-23 to Keiran. If I kill 2, you can't win. And you've not put Vrasku in. Come on, Son of Ale. And because of that, I'm going to fire. I'm going to pierce his strike.
Okay. Just before you do, I'm going to try and fire Vrasku into the combat.
What? What are you doing that for?
So both hit.
Double 6s, Keiran. Okay, do you
important randomizer.
Do you hit you or me in combat?
1 on each.
1 on each, okay. So the 1 on you.
Does nothing. The 1 on you.
Kills him! And with that, Keiran, you're beating me. You're the first guy on camera to win the Get Buff Bat Rep, so absolute congratulations. I'll better get down and do my press-ups now. What a game. The final score, I can't believe you shot me. To be fair, you couldn't risk it because I know that you didn't chuck him in, but if I did kill 2, you couldn't have won, which would have been insane.
In a sense, it could have gone even worse for me because I could have just killed 2 Urukai and that's done your work for you. But
that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. But in the end, the score, you beat me by 2.
2, yeah.
You beat me by 2. So 2 press-ups to me. Let's do that now. So here we go. I've got 2 press-ups to do. A lot of pressure. Okay, let's have a little bit of a look here. Now we do 1 and 2. But I'm sure, did we not change it so that it's actually the total number of BPs scored?
I can't remember. You're the one who's been playing them.
I think I did. So what was the score in the end?
I think it was 25 overall. So 23 more.
23 press-ups to do. Okay.
Should be a challenge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and all done.
Welcome Strategy Battle Gamers to our post-battle Bat Rep breakdown, and it's late at night.
Yeah.
It's a long battle. There's a long battle, but congratulations to Keiran for beating me in this Get Buff Bat Rep. Let's give him a round of applause. That's 3-0 to you now. No!
It's fine, we just need to play more games.
That's like when a boxer, when a boxer has a rematch, you know what I mean? How do you come back from that? I can never ever come back from that. Sorry, let's reposition the...
It's fun sitting against that row in there.
It's against the ruining stems of the trees. That's a bit better, isn't it? Look at that. That's much better. So yeah, we've got a lot to talk about in that battle because that was a great game.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, really tactical game. So let's do it from the start. So we started off with deployment. What do you think about the board? What were your thoughts going into the game?
Starting off, obviously there was the more open section in the centre, aside from the watchtower, and lots of difficult terrain around the sides. One way I could have looked at it was by trying to get as much of my army in the difficult terrain as possible to break down that cavalry charge. But at the same time, it makes it very difficult to stay in formation. I can only move 3 inches a turn, and it wasn't really the kind of fight that I wanted, so I decided to form my phalanx in the middle of the board and pretty much go from there. Yeah,
I have to say, you know, I set up the terrain, and I wish I'd have tailored it more for me, because at the moment that we started deploying, I was like, you know, now everything is kind of filtered into the middle. There wasn't really a lot of places that you could go to get the jump on anything, which you probably need with cavalry. We had a lot of open space. We had that one watchtower in the middle, but there's nothing really closing up the advance. So I knew which army that Keiran was bringing, and we played before at Hold Ground, which was an epic game.
Very good game.
A really good game. Where my dice failed me. I think there was like 2. It was interesting because there was some similarities. There was some.
For instance, in both games, both Ael the Young and Aemma, Knight of the Pelennor, have charged in on their first combat, declared a heroic combat, and then needed to use another might point just to win that combat. And I think in Ael the Young, he then had to use a might point to kill
as well. It was horrendous. It was horrendous. But I mean, that wasn't as awful as that last game in terms of the effects of the cavalry charge. Because in the first game that we had, I think in the first 2 turns, I managed to get my charge off. I got the heroic move in the next turn, and it didn't kill anything. Whereas at least on this, I did actually manage to pick off some of the bits on the outside. But let me talk through some of the predicaments coming up against Keiran's Isengard. So Keiran holds a formation, and the way that he has his formation, it does 2 things. One thing, it stops me from being able to do what I would normally do, because he has his crossbows around the outside. What I might normally do against someone who maybe puts their bow line behind is that I will just stay just out of range, and I'll pick off the outer line and make him chase the game that way. But you can't do that because he had massive bow superiority over me. You know, he's got more crossbow. I think he got 11 shots a turn, so more shots than me a turn, that are hitting on 4s all the time and are mostly killing on 4s or 5s rather than me needing 6s. So I had no chance there. And you were probably pretty confident you were going to win the bow.
Yeah, I was fairly confident about the bow superiority, but James is a good cavalry player, and the first thing he did was took half of my crossbows out of the game entirely by only attacking on one flank. And the problem with that big phalanx formation, although it is powerful, is that once you've formed up in it, you can't break off from it easily, or at least if you do, you stand the risk of being caught in the open before you can reform it.
Yeah, that's definitely what I was trying to do, was, like you say, take half the crossbows out and then try and use my manoeuvrability to at least be able to target half of them. But I think in that, I didn't kill anything in that first turn.
No. Whereas I think I picked up a rider and a horse, didn't I?
You picked up a rider and a horse, so immediately, you know, that's quite a big impact to me. And you think, well, even with one more turn of that, you know, and not getting anything in response, it swings massively. So again, when you've got an army which is reasonably small numbers, whether it's cavalry or otherwise, if you've got small numbers, 2 makes a difference. It makes a massive difference, and you can see that a lot in the end game.
I mean, I think in this game, in any case, I started off with about twice as many troops as you had, or twice the number of models, and that's quite a common problem for cavalry, because by taking an entirely mounted force, you're already at that disadvantage in a sense of being lower numbers. You get other advantages to counter it, but you are low on numbers.
Which is why you don't just charge in, unless of course you're in a situation where you have to. And with the ground being so open, and with Keiran moving to really sort of dominate that ground, even my sort of attempt to come around that right flank and just try and keep things shielded on the approach, that was really my only way of approaching. I had no approach over by Medisald. There's no approach through the middle unless I come through the watchtower. So the 5+ in the way.
Which did have its effect.
It did actually, yeah. And in fact, knowing that it was a 5+ in the way once we were doing that, I was thinking maybe I could have come up through the middle a little bit more effectively. But then, yeah, you went and you took the middle ground, and then it became the kind of game that Isengard or Mounted Rohan becomes, and it's very much a game of roll-offs.
Yeah.
Both fight 4.
Yeah, both fight 4.
And all about who gets priority.
I mean, normally your Sons of Ale need 5s, whereas my Urukai tend to need 5s across the board. Well, except for the Outriders, but in the last game that we had, the Outriders only really came in after the rest of the Riders had fallen to sort of plug the gaps.
In this game, they had to get in there quick because, well, you held that formation really well. I'm quite happy with what I did with the first charge. I picked off bits, the heroic combat. You know, that's when you want to do it.
I think that's where you really sort of open up the lead, because you killed quite a few warriors in the first couple of turns, and you know they weren't very.
It ended up being a very close game points wise, and I think that's because my force doesn't yield much. But you look at what's left on the battlefield. There isn't much. You've got. I mean, I have to say, Fury, once you're broken, was a killer. Banner didn't do as much in that game.
No, not in this game. But I'm always in favour of including a banner, because it gives you that extra dice in that little area where you might need it most.
And this is a key thing as well, not being able to just charge on Keiran. So it's not even a normal situation where you come up against most players. Most players will have like a shield wall supported by spears.
Row of shields, row of spears.
Yeah, you see that quite a lot. And when you see that, of course, that in itself negates a cavalry charge, but it kind of neutralises it rather than negates it, because you've got 2 dice on 2 dice most of the time. Now, Sons of Ale are really good at getting past that because they've got 3 dice all of a sudden. You get a pike block, and all of a sudden that changes again. You've got 3 dice against 2 or 3 against 3, so not even my Sons of Ale can be sort of trusted to just go and do the smashing. Then he has a banner as well, so a lot of the time he's got 4 dice at least, and he's got more numbers than me. So I mean, there were some combats there where you were having up to 8 dice.
Yeah.
You know, and in the kind of game where you get that 6, and you did roll quite well in that game. In the kind of game where you get that, where getting a 6 is so important because of the roll-offs, that can really make a difference.
Yeah.
And it's credit to you for how you hold that formation together as well. It's a very good anti-cavalry force.
It's just really the flexibility of the pikes in the middle, because it means that if you know in that last game, which at some point I really must do a bedtime back rep for, but in that first game, James actually hit both sides of the phalanx at the same time. So the entire front line was engaged, the entire back line was engaged, and I think he even had riders on the sides as well. It's just the flexibility of having the pikes, because it means that there's no gap for the cavalry to get into the middle, and you've got spears pointing to the front, spears pointing to the back. If you want, you can ignore the back, shield with a line of warriors, and throw all your pikes in one direction to try and get that superiority on one side. I
think that was my plan last time when we played, because you were holding the centre. Obviously, I avoided your crossbows, which had actually deployed away from what you'd deployed in the middle.
And I think what you catch up in that game.
I think actually you can learn from this game is that what you did in this game was much more effective. Actually putting an outer layer of the crossbows.
Yeah, I think
it stops me from doing that.
I think
tactic.
One of the things I've learned recently, especially when Sam Page managed to beat me, this Isengard force with his Hunter Orc army, is that the crossbows aren't actually more valuable than the shieldsmen. If they fall in the front rank, they fall in the front rank. By that point, the game's really shifted, and they need to be in combat anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. The way that you did that today was much harder to crack, because I couldn't do what I might normally do in that situation. I mean, I tried in the first turn to sort of take a lot of yours out and sort of pick stuff off, and at least try and make you chase the game a bit. But you know, as soon as a couple of mine went down, you're thinking, right, well, I've got to find a way of getting to grips with this, and it's just a really tough thing to get to grips with for my force, because you know it is coming down to those roll-offs. But saying that, it was a very close game.
Yeah. A few points that could have gone differently. AMO and Erkenbrand both ended.
Knight of the Pelennor let me down. A hero let me down against Keiran again. That's you know, Knight of the Pelennor has been very reliable for me. And in that game, he didn't do so well. He did get some wounds on Brasku.
Yeah, he put some wounds on Brasku, and I think he did kill a fair number of warriors.
Yeah.
And I think it shows how important might is to cavalry in that as well, because you're relying on it to get those charges off once you're committed to melee.
Yeah. I mean, I would actually probably give my man a match actually to the Outriders. Seem to perform quite well. You know, they really are the forlorn hope. They are the kind of, well, forlorn hope's the first lot that go into the breach, aren't they? But you know what I mean.
The last chances.
They're the last chances. These are the ones that, you know, things are going wrong. If you're chucking Outriders in, it's because, you know,
things have not gone forward.
Well, or they're going really well, and you know that you can get them in.
Yeah.
But and they kept me in the game because they were killing somehow because they're fainting all the time. And no, it was a very, very close game, and it could have swung either way. We hope you enjoyed that. Congratulations again to Keiran for winning the first video. Get my back rep. Forgot what it's called there.
In spite of Erkenbrand's late attempts to foil me.
Yeah, and again, you know, that was you didn't have to do that. That was.
The thing is, I've played that many games of SBG that it gets to a point where I like doing things like that.
This is an interesting point.
It adds a bit of flavour to it. And I mean, I'd say that I wouldn't do this at a tournament. Sam Page can vouch for when I did exactly this at a tournament.
Yeah, you are that kind of player, and that's, you know, that's fine. It did make for an exciting finish because that was brilliant. That bit with the captain was really, really good fun. But I have to say, I mean, what do you guys think? You're in that situation, you know, you've got a lot more dice against you, so your opponent's probably going to get a 6. Do you save the might point that he got so that if you roll a 5 on the 3 dice, you put it to a 50-50 roll off? Or do you use the point of might to do the heroic strike like I did and hope to get 6? What do you think?
I think it's one of those that whichever one you pick, the dice are always going to make you lament it.
Yes, they are. With that, that's the end of our Get Buff Bat Rep. Make sure, as always, that you comment, like, share and subscribe.
Support your Hobbit hobby.
That's the thing. And happy strategy battle gaming.